Alright, YouTube. I just recently dropped a video, and that video is basically showing you how you trade STC, but I did it on YM. So now I'm going to show y'all the complete markdown, words and all. Okay? So this is how we're going to do it. First things first, you're going to come to your 64 chart, which is equivalent to your 4 hour. You're going to establish structure and trend. Trend is up. So once we understand that, we find previous support. That means price needs to drop there to continue buying. Price needs to break there to sell. We find resistance. All right. Once we have that, we now have our areas that we need to play with. External zones. We can slide down to the 1 hour if you want, so you can now make more boxes. So, what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 taps, no highs, lower highs, supports being broke. We can do this support was broke, now it needs to be retested, or this support was broke and now it needs to be retested. I'm going to go for this. So with that being said, we have our area, right? Right. Now, let's move this box real quick. Let's go ahead and highlight something. This right here is what I like to call an STC M pattern. There are cleaner ones, there are uglier ones, but they all look the same nonetheless. It's basically price coming up, coming down, coming up again, making a double top, and dropping. Let's matter of fact, let's expand this box and just do the whole thing because all of that's an M pattern. Feel me? Cool. With this M pattern, what happens here? Could I take it from another and drag it over here? No. Right? We have our STCM pattern. We're going to keep adding stuff until it looks perfect to me. Right? Entry, neckline break. Right? Cool. Neckline retest. This is normally your entry point number 2. This is a higher time frame. What you want here is one of two things. First thing to happen is you want a rejection. Second thing is you want to follow through the box. Now, you can either wait for a rejection outside the box, you can put your limit order right at the neckline, or you can just go ahead and wait for a pattern to form on a smaller time frame. That's what I normally do, right? So, drop down. Patterns, right? Neckline retest. What I'm looking for now, you see, price is throwing the sell setups, head and shoulders. M, it's probably going to go grab an imbalance. I'm going to teach you guys that later, to then break here. We don't sell until this breaks, or another pattern forms in this area. So, that's how I play it. Feel me? That's what you're looking for. You have many different ways to come about this. This is market open. If price drops, it's going to make an M and fall. We just need price to drop from here. Understand? Cool. Let's find us another pattern on gold. These are all cell structures, plus it's been ranging. Break and retest right here. Break of these highs. Retest to continue. Do I like these trades? Not much. But what happens is we slide down to a smaller time frame, and what happens? You get patterns that form in these areas to continue shooting up. M's and W's. Look, we're on a smaller time frame, right? Let's show you. This is our new external on a smaller time frame. What do we have here? W. So cool. Check us out. W patterns. Normally found on supports. Internal supports, external supports. You can find them on all supports. How do you take these? Neckline breaks. Y'all know what I'm finna say, man. Stop acting like y'all don't know what I'm finna say, bro. Like, look. I'm mad this shit gonna go all the way over there. And then look. Look. It's simple. And carried it on up. Here's another one. M's, these are smaller time frames, so you could have just been bouncing through this range if you wanted to. Understand? Inverted head and shoulders right here. Like, okay, let's go through. Right? Let's turn this green. So now we know this is a support. Everything above the support in this range, we're buying, right? So we went up, we pushed. Look at this. Break and retest. And because it hit here, it invalidated it, right? But look what it made. Inverted head and shoulders. Right here. Right? Cool. Another great trade. Right here. Lined up. Oh man. This is like crazy that I get to show you guys this stuff. Cause look at this. Neckline break. Push up. M's. M's. M's into support. Push up again. W's. W's. You feel me? That's all I wanted to show you guys for this video. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated, right? Right. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you're old to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. All this video is about a part 2 of my STC patterns video. Feel me? Peace.